All right, welcome future Moorhead High School Spuds. My name is Mr. Stowers. I'm the ninth grade principal. I'm here to guide you through some registration information. I look forward to the time we have here today, and I hope it's informative for you. I encourage all of you to take some notes so you are prepared when we get further into the registration process through the end of the month. All right, here we go. This is Mr. Hag, our 912 principal. Let's start off with a quick message from him.
Hey, class of 2027. I'm Principal Josh Hag. Want to make sure that you take some time as you do your registration to really put some thought into the classes that you want to take. And as you get ready to come over to this building, remember the Spud way. Be responsible, be respectful, and be safe. We're excited to have you here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hag, for that. As I said, Mr. Hag is our 912 principal. He oversees both the high school and the Career Academy. The BAR model, this is something that you are all currently experiencing right now at Horizon. We implement the BAR model here at Moorhead High School for all of our ninth grade students. The focus of that is to make a large school feel small. Right? How do we do this? Building positive relationships with your teacher team to form a support group around you. So specifically your math, your science, your social studies, and your English teacher will be a cohorted team and work with each individual student, building positive relationships and setting some goals for success for all students. We really are trying to set all of our ninth graders on the right track, the right course to be successful here at Moorhead High School, and it starts with your ninth grade year. Some really exciting things happening at Moorhead High School. You can see here we are well underway with construction of our new building. This is a picture of what it will look like when it's finished. The plan right now is to start the next school year in our current building and transition to the new building halfway through the school year, so going into semester 2. And of course, there will be specific details that come out and how we will do that. But like I said, we'll start next year in our current building, but you will spend the majority of your 4 years in the new high school. And we are really excited about the opportunities that the new building will provide our students. The Career Academy opened last year. It has been well received by our students. I really look forward to all of you taking some electives there that you really enjoy. And so there is a process to that in regards to transportation, and that's something I'll communicate a little bit more about in this presentation. Credit requirements, total needed, you need 26 credits to graduate. You can see here, English is 4 credits, math is 3, science is 3, social studies 3.5, fitness PE 1 credit, health is 0.5, and fine arts is 1. You will all take a credit of core classes, so English, math, science, and social studies this next year. You will either take a half or full credit of PE your freshman year. Health is not until your 10th grade year. And then fine arts 1 credit, and then the rest of your credits will be made up of elective courses. This is an example of a Bell schedule for next year. We will be running an A-B block schedule, so each day we'll have 4 class periods or 4 blocks. And you can see here we start our day at 8:30 and we end at 3:25. You will also notice the 3 different passing and travel times on the screen. There's 15 minutes between each block, and that allows for students that are being transported to and from the Career Academy to have time to get to their classes. So we will have students that transition from class to class at both the high school and the Career Academy, and then we will also have students transitioning from the high school to the Career Academy or the Career Academy to the high school 3 different times a day. This is an example of a semester schedule. And you will see here that core classes are in black and Career Academy elective options are in red. And as I mentioned, we are an A-B block schedule. So there's 4 classes during the day that you will take. And as an example here, blocks 1 through 4, this particular student has English 9, block 1, World History, block 2, Foundations of Art, block 3, Intro to Work Seminar, block 4. And that's all on the A day. Then we go to the next school day, and we're on a B day. And the student has Physical Education, block 1, Intermediate Algebra, block 2, Integrated Science, block 3, and Food Basics, block 4. You will also notice that all 3 of these courses in red are at the Career Academy, so this student will be transitioning a few different times over the course of the week to the high school and to the Career Academy. But specifically, MHS is on a 4-period AB alternating block schedule. This will start next fall. The school day is divided into 4 class periods or blocks that are approximately 85 minutes. Extended class periods support rigorous core curriculum in the areas of English, math, science, and social studies, while providing teachers more time to use a variety of techniques, allowing for student engagement and authentic learning. The 4-period day model also provides increased opportunities for students to explore electives. So really excited about transitioning to this schedule and the opportunities it will provide for all of our students. This is an example or a 2-week at a glance. And so you'll see here week 1, Monday through Friday, we'll start off with an A day. Tuesday will be a B, A, B, and A. Then the following week, we'll start off with a B day. And we just alternate each and every day as we move throughout the school year. All right, let's start to talk about some of our core curricular options. We will start with English. As you can see here, option 1 is English 9, and option 2 is Honors English 9. But I'm going to have Mr. Lean explain this in more detail.
Talents and your skills shine. So welcome 8th graders. Next year you get to come to Moorhead High School and I can say welcome 9th graders. But here we are and you're getting ready for registration for a big next step of high school. My name is Mr. Lean. I'm one of the English teachers at Moorhead High School. I've taught 9th through 12th grade, but right now I'm teaching 9th grade and it's sort of an honor that I get to welcome you and guide you through the process of registering for either Honors English 9 or English 9. So I'm going to go through the slideshow with you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask your language arts teachers or your counselors, and they can help you with the next step. So if you take a look at the 9th grade registration, you're going to see lots of different options, but your core classes like your social, your math, your science, and your English might have different options, right? So English 9 or Honors English 9, what are you going to do? Here are some questions that you should ask yourself before you register. Do you love to read? Do you love to read novels, comic books, magazines, nonfiction? Is it something that you go to when you're bored? Is it something that you could spend all afternoon doing? Do you love to read? Do you love to write? Do you love to express yourself through creative stories, poems, essays? Do you love sharing your opinions through the written word? Do you love to talk? Do you love to stand in front of the class or sit in small groups? Do you like to make videos? Do you like to be debating other people about ideas? Do you like to be on stage sharing some performance aspect of talking and sharing? Love to read, love to write, love to talk. Do you ask lots and lots of questions? Are you that kind of student? Do you have questions about the world around us, reality? Do you have questions about some of the novels you've read, some of the crazy storylines and characters of your favorite fantasy books, your fiction books? Do you have questions or thoughts about social issues, controversial topics in our world? Are you a student who enjoys learning about different perspectives? Do you enjoy learning about cultures and philosophies and values? If you can say yes to any of these, then you definitely have a home at Moorhead High School. So the question is, which class is best for you? If you are thinking about English 9, here's what you should be expecting. You should be expecting to read a lot. There'll be a variety of short stories, nonfiction texts, poetry, Shakespeare. You can expect to write a lot. We have 4 big essays sort of spread throughout the school year focused on you as a student and connecting to some of the texts that we read together. We accomplish a lot of public speaking assignments and projects. Right away in September, we do a speech of introduction where you'll have to introduce a member of your class to the rest of us. And throughout the whole year, we do a variety of different speeches in small groups, video presentations, that sort of thing. And then research. We'll teach you how to use the Media Center effectively to complete the steps of the research process. So that's English 9. If you're a student who's like, I'm into that, but I want a little bit more, then Honors English 9 might be for you. It's more about what you would think of as a bonus size English 9. So what will we do? In addition to all of the variety of short stories and nonfiction texts, we do a completely other thematic unit where we explore a variety of different texts that English 9 does not. And there's an outside reading project that goes with this reading component. In terms of writing, you have many different types of writing, creative and essay related, in the first semester. So whereas English 9, we spread 4 essays out throughout the year. In Honors English 9, you might do 5 or 6 in the first semester alone, and then we spread out a few more second semester. In terms of public speaking, there are far more individual speeches. There are more videos. There are more opportunities to work in small groups and communicate big ideas to the larger group. Most of the speaking that you do for Honors English 9 is in conjunction with the writing that you do and in the research that you do. It's the exact same unit as English 9 because we want to make sure all 9th graders are prepared to use the Media Center's databases to find information for research. So Honors English 9 is basically the same for research, except that there's more of a public speaking component as well. The bottom line is that if you believe that the power of words can change the world and you can't wait to be part of the change, then Honors English 9 is the choice for you. If you know that you need a bit more time before you're ready to change the world, then English 9 is the choice for you. The best thing about it is that you can take English 9 as a 9th grader and then decide, you know what, I think I want to push myself for 10th grade, and you can take Honors English 10. You're not locked into honors classes forever or regular classes forever. You can always switch depending on how things are going. That's the fun of high school, is that you can discover more parts of yourself and feel like you can really make your talents and your skills shine. So bottom line, Moorhead High School can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to meet you. If you have questions, just let your language arts teachers or your counselors know, and have a good rest of your 8th grade year. See you next year.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Lean, for that. Let's move on to math. Math, you will have 2 options, intermediate algebra or geometry. All right, this is Mr. Flipson. He's a 9th grade math teacher and also one of our bar advisors. And his message is very simple. Students, if you are currently taking linear algebra, you will register for intermediate algebra. If you are currently taking intermediate algebra, you will register for freshman geometry. And we do encourage and expect all of you to ask questions, communicate with your math teacher, as we want to make sure that you're starting 9th grade off in the right math course. You will have opportunities to do this as we move through the registration process through the end of the month. Social studies. Option 1, world history. Option 2, AP human geography. I'm going to let Ms. Dunn, who is a 9th grade world history and AP human geography teacher and bar advisor, explain this in more detail.
And then I ask you to registration. I am Ms. Dunn. I am one of the social studies teachers here at the high school, and just wanted to give you a little bit of a comparison of the 2 courses in which you can select if you when you're deciding to do your registration for class. So for 9th grade, there are 2 different courses in which you select. One is world history, and the other one is AP human geography. World history covers the early civilizations through World War II. We try to get as close to present day as possible. AP human geography studies how humans impact the earth. Now, the comparison or the difference between these 2 classes is that world history is the traditional or typical class that 9th graders take. However, here at the high school, we do offer an advanced placement version of most of our social studies classes, and AP human geography is one of those. Everybody has to take a geography class, so at some point you have to do so. This might be a great opportunity for yourselves to try an AP class. What is AP? Advanced Placement. All that means is that you have the potential at the end of the class to take a test. The test is voluntary. And if you pass the test, then you will receive college credit. So that means is if you choose to go to college, you will already have credit for this class. So you do not need to take the class when you're in college. It would save you some money. So it's an option for you. This class is not a typical geography class and you might think of in which you memorize the world or you draw countries or label capitals. It's more of a current event class. So each day we kind of look at different topics and then we see what's going on in the world about those topics. So we look at invasions that are happening in countries, or we look at the effects, possible effects of nuclear warfare, or we look at food or music and fashion, religion. So we have lots and lots of different topics that we talk about. And again, it's related to what's going on in the world. So it's a course in which, again, every single day is a little bit different. The two classes, World History and AP Human Geography, are both classes that you're going to have to work at. They both have reading, they both have assignments, they both have tests. The biggest difference, I think, between World History and AP Human Geography is that for the geography class, we ask you to very much make connections. That means is that what do we do in class? Can we connect to what's happening outside of class, what's happening in the world? And you really have to make a commitment to make those connections. So again, that's probably the biggest difference that I would see. So we read, and then I ask you to make connections to what you read to what it is that we're seeing around ourselves. But other than that, they're both super, super classes. I really encourage you to talk to your counselors and talk to your families and talk to your teachers about what class is best for you. Again, World History is the more typical, but I really do challenge you, try something different. AP Human Geography is a chance for you to take an AP class, first time, get your feet wet. If you love it, great. If you don't have to take an AP class again, or you can try an AP class in a different course or in a different curriculum. So you don't have to stay with AP classes once you start, and if you don't start, you don't have to stay away from them. You can always join in. There are lots of opportunities when you come up here to the high school, and we look forward to seeing you and hope registration goes smoothly. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Dunn, for that. Let's get into science. So for science, option number 1 is integrated science, and option number 2 is honors biology. I'm going to allow Mr. Hyde, our 9th grade science teacher and bar advisor, to explain this in more detail.
To take AP classes for college. All right. Hello, 8th graders. My name is Mr. Hyde. I am a science teacher here at Moorhead High School. And real quick, I'm just going to go through a rundown of the classes that you have the opportunity to take next year as a 9th grade freshman. All right. So starting off, we have 9th grade integrated science. So in the past, we have taught physical science here at the high school, but integrated science is the new course for the general 9th grade science class here. Topics that we're going to cover here in integrated science are going to be things such as chemistry, physics, earth science, astronomy. Generally, it's going to be broken up into quarters of the year, and these are going to be the topics that you covered. Now, with the integrated science class, this is where you're going to have your general science student pathway here. So this is geared towards the student who wants to take math, is not interested in taking any, or take science, and is not interested in taking any AP courses along the way. You can always bump up and do so later, but if you are looking for an accelerated rate to go through in science, this class may not be for you. Now, we do offer the 9th grade honors biology course as well. So in the honors biology, topics that you're going to cover are going to be cell bio, ecology, genetics, evolution will be in there. Much of what you're going to cover as a sophomore biology student are going to be things that you handle in the 9th grade class as well. So for science here at the high school, you are required to take 3 credits worth of science classes at the high school to graduate. So you need 3 credits of science. Biology and chemistry are 2 that are required. So if you take ninth grade integrated science course, you will be on track to take biology as a sophomore and then chemistry after that. If you take ninth grade honors biology, you will already get your biology credit there, and you can move on to chemistry afterwards. And if you are going to take AP classes for college credit, any of that, you would be more interested in the honors biology. So the honors biology, though, is more of a challenging class, too. So be aware of that. If you sign up for the honors biology, it is geared to go faster. It is geared to be a little more challenging for students as well. So if science is not necessarily your forte, you might want to just stick with the integrated science course. I hope that helps, and have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hyde, for that. Now let's look into physical education. So we have 3 options for physical education. Option number 1 is human performance. This is highly recommended for students that are participating in an extracurricular sport. Option number 2 is competitive PE, and option number 3 is recreational PE. Here is a message from Mr. Lubitz, our physical education department leader.
Hello and welcome to your 9th grade physical education class offerings. As a 9th grader, you will have 3 options for your PE classes. Your first option is human performance. If you are a SPUD athlete, this class is highly recommended for you. This class is designed to help your athletic development. Your second option is competitive PE 9. This class is designed for athletic, sports-minded students that enjoy competing. Students will participate in a wide variety of activities. Your third option is recreational PE 9. This class is designed for students that enjoy PE activities at a more leisurely pace. The atmosphere will be less competitive than competitive PE 9.
All right, and thank you, Mr. Lubitz, for that. What is Intro to Work Seminar? So all of our 9th grade students are required to take Intro to Work Seminar. This is a half-credit course, and it is an exploratory class to really open up all of your ideas and thoughts and really gain perspective on courses that you would like to take at the Career Academy as you move forward through the 4 years of high school. I'm going to show you a quick 3-minute video that was created by our video productions class. I thought it'd be pretty cool for all of you to see some of the work that is done in one of our Career Academy elective courses.
Which pet wants to come on an adventure today?
We have to get through this ad.
I'll take that as a yes.
Here we go.
What's up, Spuds? Today is another fine, frozen, barely habitable day in the icebox of Moorhead. My name is Dylan Brandon.
And my name's Ariel Alfaro, the handsome one.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. To start, we have a riveting story about the exciting Work Seminar program.
Intro to Work Seminar is a brand new class offered by Moorhead High School that all freshmen will be taking this year. Today, we'll be looking at what exactly the Work Seminar program is and the opportunities it provides to students.
There's kind of 4 main components of it. The first is career exploration, where the kids are learning about and doing looking at some careers and how their interests and stuff might match up to different careers. Looking at the different career clusters in the state of Minnesota, and then kind of defining a career, and then they're going to do a little more in-depth research on that career.
I like that it helps me find what I want to do, because I pretty much had no idea other than computer stuff. Now I know I'm probably going to be a programmer, either that or a nuclear technician. That's a big goal.
I mean, I feel like it's going to help you in, I guess, future times when you actually need to go get a job professionally.
In addition to career exploration, the Work Seminar course also covers skills needed to be successful in the workplace.
And then we'll get more into actual workplace skills, like proper workplace habit and work ethic, doing a job application, creating a cover letter, a resume, interviewing, doing a mock interview, their rights as a worker, their responsibilities as a worker.
The Work Seminar program at Moorhead High School goes far beyond the required class for freshmen.
Yeah, so one of the things that we'd like to do is we'd like to provide every student that completes the Work Seminar freshman course the opportunity as they become a senior to go out into the world or into the job force as either an intern, provide them an opportunity to have a mentorship or some sort of work experience.
Currently, the Work Seminar program is developing partnerships with businesses throughout the area so that students can continue their career exploration.
We have a current partnership right now with Sanford. They're obviously a big employer in the region. And then we have some other ones. Shields is another partner of ours who will be helping us get the school store established. So we will continue to work with them, and then we'll just continue to add more as the years go on. And I think that that will be a benefit for them, not only as students, but also to provide them opportunities to get plugged in with employers throughout the region.
For Spud News, this is Vincent Morano and Dylan Brandon.
Truly touching.
Up next, we're seeing what we get.
All right. Thank you to our video productions class for going into more detail of Intro to Work Seminar. So that is a course that all of you will register for as a half-credit course for 9th grade. Okay, we're just going to take a quick glance at this page. It's all of the elective options that are at the Career Academy or at Moorhead High School. And you will see that they are organized into different columns here. If you go across the screen, we have art. Our art courses are at the Career Academy, and you can see that they start with Foundations of Art. We go into business, that's at the Career Academy, and we have a variety of courses that are offered there. One thing I really want to bring your attention to is some of the prerequisites that are required to take some courses. So for example, later on in 9th grade, if you want to take advanced business applications, you have to take business applications first. And that also goes for crafts and drawing. You have to take that Foundations of Art class first. Move over into facts. Again, food basics, life connections, relationships. Then our English electives. You can take mythology and beginning acting as a 9th grade student. Trades and industry. A variety of courses that you can take there at the Career Academy. Our music offerings. Concert band, freshman orchestra, varsity choir that you will take here at Moorhead High School. And then our world language options, Spanish 1, Mandarin Chinese 1, or continuing Spanish immersion for those that have already started that process in Spanish. So just this will be in front of you as we move through the registration process in our quick guide later on. And you will be able to look into these in more detail through our course registration guide as we get into next week and later on in the registration process. But I just wanted to bring your attention to all of the elective options that you will have the opportunity to take as a 9th grade student. Okay, so this is an example of the rough draft that you will use for registration. This is not something that you are going to get today, but you will get this during your next advising time, which will be your next advising time next Wednesday. And that will also be a time where our high school staff will come down and you'll have some further direction on completing this. But I wanted to bring it to your attention today. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add all of your required courses, which will be your math, your English, your science, your social studies, physical education, and then also Intro to Work Seminar. Then you're going to add 3 credits for your elective courses. Okay, that's not 3 classes, but 3 total credits, as many of our electives are half-credit courses. Then third, you're going to add 2 alternate electives at the very bottom. Just keep in mind, if you register for human performance in physical education, that course is a 1-credit class. Competitive PE and then also recreation PE are half-credit classes. All right, and then this is the final product, or what your rough draft will look like over here as just an example, where you will add up all of your credits So you can get to a total of 8 credits for your 9th grade year to complete a full schedule. That does not include the 2 half credits here of your alternate electives. Those are just there in place in case if a class is full. You have the option or to add those as well. Okay, so our timeline. Today, January 18th, is the presentation that you all just viewed. January 20th, okay, the high school administration and the counseling team, we will come to Horizon. We will meet with the 8th grade team in the PAC to cover the quick guide and begin your rough draft. I just showed you the rough draft, so you will all have access to that, and then we will then give you the quick guide so you can refer to that to complete your rough draft. Okay, you can see the schedule there, but that will be explained to you in more detail as you are in your advising class. Then Wednesday, January 25th, the high school team will be available to assist in the completion of your rough draft. Right? We will be available in the 8th grade houses. The registration rough draft will be used to complete your course request through the registration Google form on February 1st. Okay. A presentation on how to register using the Google form will be viewed, okay, at that time as well on the 25th. So the 18th, the 20th, and 25th, there's a lot going on there in regards to the completion of your rough draft. Okay, all in anticipation of completing the final registration process, which will be to complete the Google form. So essentially you'll take the information from your rough draft, and then you'll go through the Google form and click all of the courses that correspond with your rough draft. Okay. Now, you will not have the opportunity to complete the Google form until the evening of January 31st, if you choose to, and we really hope and encourage all of you to come with your families to the Future Freshman Parent Information Night. Okay, it's going to be at the Career Academy from 6 to 7:30 on January 31st. The high school administration, department leaders, and counselors will present and will also be available to answer any questions. And then again, it's also an opportunity for you to register right then and there if you're interested in doing it at that time. We do ask that you bring your school-issued Chromebook device to do so. Then February 1st, that will be on a Wednesday during your advising time. That is the official day of registration, and that will be through the Google form. So all students will register for courses during advising time. Students will use their rough drafts, as I mentioned earlier, and the Morehead High School team will be available to answer questions in the 8th grade houses at that time. If you do not complete your registration process on the 1st, then make up course request day. That'll be February 2nd through 3rd. And again, that is if you're gone during the registration day, which would be February 1st. We do expect all students to keep your rough draft through this entire process. This is a very important piece, so you accurately register for the courses that you want to take. Just keep in mind, we do not, we're very strict on moving forward as you get into the fall with the courses that you requested, that you've selected. We do not like to make course changes as we enter the school year, as it can really move class sizes. So we encourage you to take this process very seriously, complete your rough draft, and register for courses that you are interested in, especially with those electives. As mentioned by the teachers, please ask questions. Talk to your counselor, talk to your teachers, talk with your family, your parents. Go through this with purpose and be intentional. I'm going to leave you with the Morehead High School Pep Fest. I just want you all to know we have a lot of fun here at the high school. And this was the Pep Fest we had earlier in the year during homecoming. We actually have our second Pep Fest coming up in February that will correspond with our winter dance. But I leave you with this. And at the end of this video, I will end the presentation. And I just want to say thank you all for your time. I look forward to meeting all of you here in the upcoming weeks, along with our Morehead High School staff. as we complete the registration process. Really exciting times at Morehead High School. A lot of great things to look forward to. I cannot wait to meet all of you and to get to know your interests and the things you like doing. So again, thank you and have a great day. And here is our Pep Fest.
All right, find a sophomore that is wearing white shoes.
Find a student with a new Morehead student ID. Bring that student out.
Mr. Fred is our current Morehead High Teacher of the Year.